Let us look at a problem now. See, we have for a planet g at pole, which is the acceleration due to gravity at pole, being equal to g naught. G at the equator, say, is g naught by 2. We need to find the g at the latitude 45 degrees and the angle made by a simple pendulum with the normal to the planet's surface at this latitude. So this question is divided into two parts. If this is our planet and say these are the axes, we need to find out g at this latitude. G is nothing but the acceleration in this direction. As well as we need to find out the angle a pendulum would make with this normal had it been brought here. The information which is provided is this. Let us look at the pole for the first time. At the pole, we are sure of one thing, that it will not be experiencing any centrifugal force because it is right at the axis of rotation. The only force which is acting here is the vertically downward gravitational force. So the g naught which is given is nothing but gmm by r square. Here r is the radius of Earth and capital M is the radius of Earth. M is any mass which is brought here. So, sorry, because this should be mg naught, the weight basically. So, this m gets cancelled off, therefore we get g naught as gm by r square. The g which is given here, that is the g at the equator, which is given as g naught by 2, is nothing but the forces which balance off in this direction. Note that here we will be having forces only in the horizontal direction. There is no resolvation of the component of the centrifugal force in any of the other directions. So this is going to be simply gm by r square minus m omega square, sorry, there won't be any m, r. This is going to be directly r because it is right at the radius of Earth. From this, we can say that the omega square r is equal to g naught by 2. Note that this quantity is fairly comparable to this quantity. Therefore, the assumption that we used to take for calculating tan delta, which is omega square r very less than gm by r square, is not going to be valid here. Because these values are fairly comparable. Because we have found out these values, we can now look at the force balance in this direction. The force balance in this direction, as we found out earlier, came out to be F theta radial this thing came out to be gm by r square minus omega square r cos square theta. Here theta is 45 degrees, so cos square theta is going to be half, or cos theta is 1 by root 2, hence cos square theta is half. We get this as gm by r square minus omega square r by 2. This gives us g naught minus g naught by 4. This gives us the value of 0.75 g naught. Note that this value lies in between 0.5 g naught and g naught. So our calculations are correct. This is the value of g. This must be f by m. This is the value of g at the latitude of 45 degree. Now we need to find the angle made by a simple pendulum with the normal. Note, if we bring a pendulum here, it is going to be attracted by the net force. A pendulum has some mass. This will be attracted only in the direction of net force. The direction of net force makes an angle of delta with the normal. Let's say this is the normal, so this is delta. What we need to find out is tan inverse delta. From our knowledge, or from what we derived previously, tan delta, this was found to be omega square r cos theta sin theta divided by gm by r square minus omega square r cos square theta. This quantity we right now found to be 0.75 g naught. So the denominator is 0.75 g naught. The numerator here is calculated by putting the value of theta. If you put the value of theta in both, we get half again, we get omega square r again, and thus we get g naught by 4, which is 0.25 g naught. So the value of tan delta is going to be 1 by 3, and therefore the angle made is nothing but tan inverse 1 by 3. So this is the angle that the pendulum makes with the normal to the planet's surface at that latitude. Let us look at another problem.